Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Musubi Tactical, and today we're going to do a little unboxing, review, and install on the CTM AP7 kit for the AAP-01. So without further ado, let's jump right into the install, or I should say review, install, and shooting test, hopefully, on this kit. Alright, let's dive right into it. So, first off, you get this box. And of course, this isn't the box that they will ship it in. They'll ship it in a bigger box, I think. Or that's how mine came in. And you can also see the colors: black, gray, desert, and pink. Yes, they do have pink. Yeah. Anyways, I got the gray one. So, let's just open up the box and let's see what's inside. Alright, first off, we have our manual. Pretty good. Basic install, which we might need this, so we'll just set it on the side. Then we have the kit, which actually feels in the hands really solid. Kind of feels pretty sturdy, pretty well built. We have our retractable stock that feels pretty good, and then it's Picatinny on the sides and top, and this handle right here, which I think, yeah, it goes like that, which that's pretty cool. Yeah, it feels a lot like the AAP-01, same kind of plastic, but of course the texture feels a little bit different because it's 3D printed, but overall feels really good. Setting this aside, we have our flash hider, and this is like the standard MP7 flash hider. It just screws right onto your AAP-01 14mm negative threaded barrel. Pretty nice. I think you can find suppressors and tracer units that will fit on this, but I would like to eventually fit something, get a different adapter for this kit, so then I can run tracers. But anyways, setting this also aside, we also now have our little kit, our little assembly piece with a couple screws and a couple assortment of wrenches, which will be handy. And that's about it in the box. We can just toss this and get right to overview and features if I haven't already gone over them. So as I said before, there's top and side Picatinny, and then the grip and retractable stock. And I believe this stock has, so there's 1, 2, 3 positions. The stock has 3 positions, which is pretty good. Then we, as you saw moving right there, that's a charging handle, which we will install on this. And then let's see, moving on the inside, I think this is the part that goes on the AAP-01 itself. So now that we got all of that out of the way, I guess we can start going right on the installation time. Got to do a little bit of manual reading, so this will take a couple seconds.
A few moments later.
Okay, after looking at the menu, we can now take our little bag of goodies here. So this screw, I believe, goes with this bit right here. This will attach to the back of the AAP-01. And of course we have our wrenches, which will come in handy. The one thing that I will say that I have to do is I have to change the bolt on this pistol, because I have the AAP-01C bolt on here, which has the select fire on the back. Instead of having to open it up and change it, you can just flick it. Sadly, I will have to take this off because it does not have the hole for it the screw port to mount this on. So I'm gonna have to take this apart and put it all back together. So we'll work on that as well too. So I'm gonna have to put the old original bolt back in, which as you can see has that little port, a little screw area. So I'm gonna have to do that. So I guess not only today we're doing an install kit on this, but also I guess I'll show you how to open up this bolt. Let's do it. So to take the nozzle out, you have to take out these two screws right here, which secure the nozzle in place and the nozzle springs. So we have to remove these two screws right here, as I'd like to, or as I'll note. And also just a quick little thing, I do not have the stock springs on this pistol anymore. Instead, I'm using upgraded springs. I forget what the percentages are, but I'll leave it somewhere up there on the video. So there's our nozzle spring, and our recoil spring. I don't think there's anything else that I have to grab. Oh yes, I have to grab this from back here. Grab this O-ring, or not O-ring, but this seal. That looks about it. So we can take this, we can set it on the side, and now we can put all these parts back into this bolt. Make sure that the screws are snug in there. There we go. Then we can install this. And also, just a quick note, I also have a little short stroke kit on this as well too. So that's also upgraded recoil spring and short stroke kit on there as well too, from CTM. And we could just install all that back in, and this should be good to go. Now we can install it back into the pistol. Go from there. Now that we have that, screw all these two. Sorry guys, video cut out there. But basically what I did was I put together the bolt system, put the old spring in there and the old nozzle spring in there as well too. So now that we got this all assembled, ready to go, we can now move on to the installation of the kit itself. So let's get right into that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out the mount that is in here. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark. Oh, there we go. So there's a mount right there that we have to take out that screws on top of the pistol right here. So let's get right into that. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these two top screws out first. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to grab our wrench and take out these two top screws first. Okay, now that we got those two top screws out, the mount should just slide on out. And this is the mount that goes on there. So it'll come with these screws in there. So we have the mount. The mount will go right on top of this. You can keep your original iron sights on because this is going to help screw in this mount. So you can just set it right on top. take your Allen key and start wrenching. Okay, now that we have the mount mounted, solid, we can now go to the back of the pistol and grab our charging handle piece that will fit inside of the kit. So then the charging handle on this can charge the actual bolt in the pistol. So let's mount this real quick. And just for note, this is, I believe, aluminum. And we can test that real quick. Let me just find a motor real quick, because motors are magnetic and we can test it using this motor. And it is not steel because it will not stick to the magnet. Like if you look at the Allen keys, it sticks on. So we know for a fact now that this is not steel, so it's got to be some kind of machined aluminum, which will be just fine for what we're using it for. Pretty good. It's better than plastic. A lot better than plastic. Anyways, let's install it. It screws right on the back of your charging handle. Of your bolt, I mean. So now that we got the mount and the charging handle piece all put together, we can now install it into the kit. So to install it into the kit, you have to take these 4 screws out. So to take out the stock, so we can slide this in. So let's take those screws out real quick. Okay, now that we got the screws taken out, this should just slide on out like this. So this is your stock assembly. We can just set that aside. And now we can slide in this piece. So yeah. I don't think there's any special way of putting it in. You just slide it on through, just like so. Just like that. Now we take the 2 screws on the top that we took off before, and we put those in. Install those. And this will lock the mount in place. Now that we have those 2 screws screwed in, we can now take our stock, put it back on. So there are 2 grooves inside of the stock. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there are 2 grooves in the stock that you have to line up this with. Little note before you install the 4 screws, make sure to lock your charging handle back. So put your grip in, maybe move this grip so then you can install your lower. So we reach inside, grab the bolt, and we lock it back. So when we install this, this charging handle locks in with the charging handle piece. So let's get this installed. So to install the stock, you have to make sure to line up the stock with these little grooves right here, as you can see. So you have to line it up. That, just like that. Have to hold this down and kind of angle the charging handle up just a little bit, so then it slides over the charging handle piece. So now we just kind of have to squeeze this a little bit, just pinch it a little bit, so then it'll fit into the body, just like that. And now we can install our 4 screws. Now that those 4 screws are tightened and the charging handle is now in place, should just, yep, that works. Now we can install the little flash hider that comes with the kit. And this will lock your whole kit in. Make sure that it's lined up and straight. Just get it snug, don't want to get it too tight. Okay, and that's basically it. Now everything's locked in. Let's take it out to the firing range. So we got her all hooked up and ready to go. Let's test her out. It's not bad. Walks back. Yeah, that's what she does. Pretty damn good. All right, let's head back to the studio. So that ends the unboxing, instruction on how to install, and shooting test. I mean, we already know how the AAP-01 shoots, so no big surprise there. Overall, great pistol. I'd say get one if you can. They're only $100. But the kit, I will say, makes it a lot nicer to use, especially if you're running an HPA system or even just using your old regular mags. If you had extended mags, it'd be really awesome, because right now I just have the stock ones that I came with, which will work just fine. But I use an HPA setup, so it's going to be perfect for this. But yeah, that's my overall review, unboxing, review, and install and shooting test of the CTM AP7 kit for the AAP-01. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like and comment and share. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and subscribe. We should be tactical out.